Hey everybody, today Rahdo runs down Norenberc, which is a worker placement slash buy low, sell high kind of game where 2 to 4 players are vying to become the most influential merchants in Norenberc, which is the medieval city of Nuremberg. And the way it works is every round, players will all choose in secret based on cards that tie with the guilds that are in the game. The more players you've got, the more guilds you can go to. We're going to decide where we're going to send our agents to either buy low, sell high, or recruit lodgers to give us special powers. And so what might happen is at the beginning of the game when I've got my 4 agents and in my vault I've got my secret 25 guilders that nobody knows about, although everybody starts with that, I can choose to say, hey, maybe I'd like to send one of my agents to the Baker's Guild to buy cupcakes. Although right now would not be a good time to buy cupcakes because the rightmost character on the guild is the guild master and sets the price for cupcakes. This round, cupcakes cost 7 guilders. That's crazy expensive. Now's a good time to sell them. In the next round, in week 2 of the 4 weeks of the game, cupcakes are going to drop in price. They're only going to be 3, but then they're going to be 2 before they eventually start climbing to 4. So now is not a good time to invest in cupcakes. And what's interesting is you can plan out the rise and fall of the value of things because the game makes all that information public. We can see that now is a good time to sell pretty much everything. In this game, everything's starting out with incredibly high prices, and then the prices drop. But still, we might want to buy these resources anyway when I reveal that, hey, yes, I'm going to send one of my agents to the bakery to buy cupcakes, even if they do cost me 7. Because at the end of the week, which is once all players have deployed all 4 of their agents to buy, sell, or recruit, at the end of the week, each of the guilds will determine who they like the most based on how many resources everybody has on hand. So if at the end of the week, let's say I happen to have 2 beer, and Jen has no beer on hand, then the brewery guild likes me most. They've done the most business with me, and therefore they will give me their seal, and their current guild master will join my side and help me with majority bonuses at the end of the game. Anyway, after the week is over, we recall all of our agents, and now new guild masters come in play, which change the value. So now is a good time to buy more beer because it's cheap, and then maybe sell it at the end of the last round once the price has gone up. But who knows? Maybe certain characters will show up in the city or in the lodgers where you can use your resources not to sell to make money, but instead to recruit these people that will give you access to special powers that can really change things up. Or you can just recruit more craftspeople so that again you can have majorities at the end of the game. Because at the end of this game, you will score points for whoever has the most money. Whoever has the most the most powerful craftspeople from each of the guilds. Whoever has the most variety of these seals, including the very special prestige ones, which are worth even more, can score a lot of points that way. And you also just want to go for variety. Make sure you've recruited somebody from all the guilds to score points that way. Basically, there is a lot going on in this game. At its heart, it's a really simple thing. You just declare in secret where you want to send your agents, and then you send them out there to either buy, sell, or recruit. But just from that very, very simple germ comes a very, very complex game. Probably the single most interesting thing about this game is that notion of recruiting. Let's say at some point in the game, I wanted to deploy one of my agents, to the bootmaker here because I want to recruit, let's say, this entertainer who will increase my income every round so I have more money on hand. That's a really big deal. To recruit him, I need to either pay him 2 boots or a boot and 2 other goods. Now, maybe boots, I have other plans for them because I'm expecting to sell them when they're worth a lot of money. So maybe instead of recruiting him with 2 boots, I'll recruit him with a boot and a cupcake. And what suddenly happens is this cupcake can be bought from this place instead of from the actual Cupcake Guild. And that might be a big deal if, say, right now there's a really lousy guild master here. So this cupcake over here only costs 2, while this cupcake over here costs 7. So somebody could come and buy this cupcake that I used to recruit this guy and then sell it over here and make a $5 profit. That is the crux of the game. Knowing when to buy, knowing when to sell, and knowing when to take advantage of opportunities that other players create for you through their actions. And I gotta say, it is really sharp. Now, unfortunately, it's not at its best with 2. The more players you have, the more guilds you're gonna have. So there's a lot more variety, a lot more resources, a lot more interesting people to recruit as well if there's more lodgers in more guild houses. And also, if I have one complaint about the game, it's that of all the lodgers that could appear in the game, only about a third of them provide cool new game-changing features. And the other 2/3 are just more of the same type of craftspeople that you're already winning by getting in good with the guilds at the end of a given round, at the end of a given week. I would so love the ratio to change so that at least half or maybe even more of the lodgers would be all these cool citizens that have so many interesting different functions. But every time you play, especially in a two-player game, there's going to be a very paltry number of these cool, neat special powers, like the peddler who quadruples the power you have for one of the resources because he goes out and peddles for you, or the the foreman who gives you extra points at the end of the game if you recruit craftsmen of a specific level. Low-level craftsmen who normally aren't good for you can suddenly be good for you if you have a foreman. There are so many interesting options, but so few of them enter the game, especially in two-player. So that's kind of a little bit of a bummer, but otherwise, this is a really sharp, well-designed game, and especially at higher player counts, it is a boatload of fun. That's the rundown, folks, for Norenberc. Thanks very much for watching. Have a very, very nice day. Talk to you later. So long. Bye-bye.